Hello, everyone! The full version of all 3 parts of the 96th episode of Skibidi Wars series has been finally released, and in there 3 new scenes have been added, of which we'll talk about later in the video. Today, I will analyze these scenes for you guys and show you all the secrets and Easter eggs that I managed to find. And after that, I will share my own theories about what waits for us next. What kinds of improvements has Phantom Toilet received, and what does he need this speakerman for? Is it true that Toilet Emperor has been familiar with the trio of Triadians for a long time and has already fought with them? Why did G-Man's eyes change their color to green? And what does Plague Toilet have to do with it? Grab your tea and snacks ready and prepare to watch this video to the end, because you will definitely like it. Let's go! Well, if I'll be honest here, then I'd say that I didn't notice any dialogue changes or new details in what we've already seen in all 3 parts. It seems that Verlance decided to please us with only 3 new scenes that were shown in the middle of the first and second parts, and the last one was at the end of the 3rd part. But if I missed something, and you were able to notice something new that I'm not going to tell you about today, be sure to write about it in the comments below. It's very important to me, my friends. Okay, it's time to move on to the first scene. It was shown after the toilet malware has lifted the POV into the air and then destroyed him. In there, you can see a destroyed speakerman. This is the same guy the POV was next to at the beginning of the episode, before the Toilet Emperor and malware invaded the city. Suddenly, a phantom toilet teleports to him, and you can see that now this guy is a little bit improved and has some metal blades on his toilet looking like a sickle. And also here you can see a strange round-shaped thing that looks like a core, and I don't know what it could be. There are white sparks swirling around the phantom, and it probably means that the freak has become even more powerful and gained new abilities. Damn it! This guy was already too strong. He had an invisible barrier, telekinesis, and the ability to take over the mind. How much more powerful can you get, dude? Okay. The phantom toilet lifts the blood into the air and then teleports him to an unknown location. I immediately came up with a crazy theory and assumed that this speakerman and the hero with the long body that saved the POV in the second part of episode 96 are actually the same character. Just think about it. Where could the phantom have teleported him to? I thought we had been experimented on and brought back to life, because this is the moment when the Skibidi army and the Alliance should unite. Phantom decided to send an enhanced speakerman back to help the Alliance, and thus help in the battle against the female Triadian. I asked Verlance to find out the whole truth, because if this is true, then we will have another proof that Skibidi toilets are already starting aiding the Alliance, and the official unification of the worst enemies is very close. But unfortunately, my brother disproved my theory and said that it's not the same speakerman. Too bad. I don't have many theories about where exactly this speakerman was teleported to. The only possibility is that the phantom toilet sent him to necromancer to bring our blood back to life, and turn him into his puppet and then send the traitor to spy on the Alliance and find out what their plans are. The pricks seem to obviously want the traitor. But the big question remains though. What for? Okay, the second alien destroys the base where the POV and the scientist cameraman were. After that, you see a new scene where the toilet malware and Emperor are talking to each other. Here you can see several buildings, which means that the action takes place in the same city where the POV was destroyed by the malware. The dude seems excited about something and says that his system has detected 2 more Triadian forms. But the weird thing is that aliens never invade in groups, and that raises a lot of questions for him. Toilet malware suggests a change of plan. Come on, friend. Propose to the Emperor that he team up with the Alliance. That would definitely work. But unfortunately, the stubborn boss won't change the plan and says these pathetic creatures won't stop him again. Wait, what? You said once again? What does that mean? Has Toilet Emperor already met with all the members of Triadian's trio? There are 2 possible options, my friend. Either with this phrase, Toilet Emperor meant a meeting only with Trititan in the 73rd episode, where he failed to win, or there is the second option, which is much more insane. Perhaps there is a similarity with the story of the legendary Transformers movie, where robots lived in peace on their planet. But after one of them rebelled, the great battle occurred that was transferred to our planet Earth as well. Maybe Toilet Emperor and trio of Triadians have known each other for a long time and lived on the same planet. But the guys had a conflict, and the Emperor started a war in which he failed to win. That's why he gets so angry when he finds out that 2 more aliens have arrived on the planet, and says they won't be able to win this time. I know it sounds crazy, and if you have theories about this phrase, write about it in the comments below, and I'll pin the author of the most creative one under this video. Well, now let's get fast forward to the end of the third part of the 96th episode, where, as you must have remembered, this cute-looking computer woman talked about how she actually managed to catch several signals for help that Trititan had been sending into space. After her fascinating story, the scene changes its perspective, and we return to the city where POV was able to miraculously send Triadian samples. In the very first seconds, you see Gman, who hasn't improved himself since the last time we saw him in episode 93. The only difference we can notice now is his eyes. Now they are burning in bright green color. And I promise you guys that we'll talk about this fascinating change a little bit later. After that, you see another fool. This is Plague Toilet, who you last saw in episode 90. He also doesn't have any major improvements so far. Then he walks past the camera, and after that, Jimmy lifts into the air this Skibidi toilet. This is the toilet that female Triadians summoned, and who lost the battle against our new ally at the end of episode 96. There will be no crazy theories about where exactly and why did he take this guy. And as I told you in this video before, during the infection, female Triadian seems to be able not only to capture the mind of her victim, but also give one her super enhancements. For example, this guy got headphones and a jetpack that we had never seen before. And I can say with full confidence that neither the Alliance nor the Skibidi army have such technologies. And the guy received these improvements from the female Triadian. It is most likely that Gman took this toilet to the same place where the Phantom toilet took Speakerman, and there they will study these technologies in detail in order to apply them in the future and improve themselves. Well, now let's get back to the green eyes detail, which seems so fascinating to me. So, Verlance has left an open question in the description of the video about the place where Toilet Necromancer has been hiding all that time. And I have two theories about this, actually. First, I would like to remind you of the 91st episode where Necromancer brought Gman back to life. It was in this exact episode, by the way, where Jimmy had said that now he obeys the will of his savior only. And this angered Toilet Malware a lot, because according to the plan, Gman was supposed to obey only the Toilet Emperor. At the end of this episode, Toilet Necromancer looked very suspiciously as if he was plotting some sort of evil plan. So I assumed that most likely this psycho would betray the Skibidi army at the moment when the Alliance would get defeated. And then with the help of his G-Man puppet, he will rise up against the Toilet Emperor and try to seize power over Skibidi toilets into his own hands. What if the Emperor guessed this right and wanted to get rid of Necromancer straight away? And of course you can say something like, hey, ESO, but in this case, the Skibidi army will lose control of G-Man, because with the Necromancer getting destroyed, Jimmy will also leave this world forever and ever. And you would be absolutely right, buddies. But let's remember about the existence of Plague Toilet, and how exactly he captures the mind of his victims, using the example of Sonar Titan's case. His camera has changed its color from yellow to green, and that's exactly the color of G-Man's eyes now at the moment. When Toilet Necromancer possessed his mind, their color was quite normal. And this means that now Plague Toilet owns G-Man's mind, and Necromancer had been permanently destroyed by the order of the Emperor to avoid betrayal on his part. And the second theory goes like this. What if the Toilet Necromancer actually left the body of TV Titan and moved his mind into the body of G-Man? After all, as you remember in episode 78, the TV screen just changed its glow to green color at first, and after a while a skull grew on top of it. And it may be the same case here. Toilet Necromancer recently took over Jimmy's body, and perhaps in episode 97 we will see a skull instead of his head. And what do you guys think about the time when we will possibly see the next episode and what's going to be contained in it? And where did Phantom Toilet teleport Speakerman after all? Write your own opinions and theories in the comments below. And that was me, Isa Toilet. See ya!